Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an...
Vocês querem mostrar uma coisa?
interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night.
Cadê o Germano falando?
Germano?
Não
Ah, quer escutar?
And welcome lasting doors. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shoes, Britânico.
Qual é a configuração desse áudio que eu tô saindo baixo na TV?
Baixo na TV?
Você tem que colocar no 42 pra sair assim, ó.
Pô, não tá achando alto?
Não, ele tá alto, mas eu tenho que aumentar muito pra ele ficar alto. Aqui, ó, por isso.
Eu acho que o cheiro não era daqui mesmo, não.
Seu? Mas o que será então? Isso, quase que ele errou ali a pouco.
Vai acabar lá. Tadinho.
O quê? Cara,
É pra tu cheirar.
isso não é um bicho?
Ah, tá sentindo cheiro?
É, mas você vai por dentro de mim? Porra. Tá bom.
Você.
Então, tá sentindo o cheiro? É o cheiro dele que você tá sentindo?
Pode pôr de volta o seu fone. Não, muito alto.
Vou baixar, ué.
Vou ficar mexendo no TikTok um pouquinho também. Não sei se eu vou te incomodar.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Aqui que eu tenho agora, olha só.
Uma galinha, que já tinha ela antes.
Já.
Like the wind.
Ela corre meio lento, né?
Ela ali meio leve. Cachorro que se pode. Eles vão colocar na lista de jogos gratuitos, ou melhor, no catálogo de jogos, vão colocar o God of War
Find something.
Ragnarok.
Ele que eu tô jogando?
Não, é a sequência do PlayStation 5. Eu joguei o primeiro, aí eu não joguei o segundo porque tava caro, né? Aí pra quem é assinante eles vão disponibilizar. Eu vou conseguir continuar a história. Você tá jogando, tá ali ainda.
Ninguém termina.
Caralho. Tem todo mundo lá, por todo mundo lá.
Caralho.
Realmente respondeu?
Deixa eu mandar o quê?
Você perguntou se eu tava bem, essas coisas?
Não.
This was my mother's doing.
But why?
Eu só te mandei.
Why would anyone?
I don't know.
Xingou a leite?
Eu mandei a mesma foto que eu mandei pra você, só que eu só mandei essas duas pra ela, né?
Uhum.
Ela perguntou
Você dá
que
gata comigo.
leitão é esse? Parece de uma leitoa.
Você tá vendo, não tá errado, não.
Não, não é nada.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may...
Caraca, continua doido. Ok.
already be in Port Isolde.
Eu já vi reportagem falando do Diego Hipólito lá, explicando o que foi da carreira dele depois.
Depois do quê?
Você que pode ser ginasta?
E ele tem carreira?
Ué, já foi medalhista.
Não, depois que eles...
Não,
deixou de
o que
treinar.
aconteceu depois? Tipo, aconteceu merda. Tipo, virou um tempo alcoólatra.
É mesmo?
É,
Que mais?
e ele tem. O ponto dele hoje que é péssimo. Diz que praticamente ele não existiu depois que acabou a carreira dele na ginástica.
Eita.
Que agora que ele tá voltando, aí tá
Ele é
querendo fazer...
funcionalista.
É?
É.
Como é que é isso? Aí você tá fazendo coisa pras crianças, não sei o quê. Mas é, quando você fala isso, já tá explicado. Ele nem sequer entende.
Ele fez algumas falas quando apareceu aqui esse lote.
Though I doubt the
Defendendo
Empire would let
ela.
us cross
Você jogaram
over
no
to
Big
Roosevelt.
Brother, não?
Não antes. Na época da eleição.
Já tá bom. Merece mesmo, tá tudo feliz. Ah, isso mesmo. Coitadíssimo dele falando essas coisas lá no Big Brother. Mas ele não tá tão ruim assim. Mas é isso mesmo.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldville, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
No, you didn't hear nothing.
Tu viu a irmã que matou a irmãzinha de 4 anos?
Isso merda não.
Como isso?
Quantos anos que a irmã tinha?
A investigação oficial aponta para o envolvimento de Letícia, irmã da vítima de 22 anos, que foi internada no hospital psiquiátrico para o tratamento.
Que doideira.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Já tá, tem 2 filhas. Olha isso.
Já tô fazendo cartela agora. Gostei. Gostei disso aí.
Não vamos contar nada pra tu. Deu presente pra tua irmã, não deu pra mim.
Os clientes já chegaram.
Uhum.
Chegaram
Tô
mesmo.
nem aí.
Make it look easy.
Deixa eu ver minha irmã.
Já viu como que era com o cartão?
E eu, no seu aniversário seu, eu te dei o quê?
Não foi R$1.000.
Eu não tenho R$1.000 não.
Só saber.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened.
My mother
The
had
nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us.
Viúva triste. Triste.
Por isso que chama já lagoa.
Hoje? Uai, então lá tá chovendo muito.
Tá muito calor agora. Por isso que começar a alagar.
É legal ver da minha mãe, você vê tudo transbordando lá embaixo.
Credo.
É, ué. Aí quando. Tem as marquises assim, né? Ih, caralho. Tem as marquises assim, que o pessoal até atravessa, né? Aí a água bate na marquise e faz ondas assim, ó. Você vê várias ondas assim, ó. Ele vai louco. Filha da morte. Canguei de demônio. Esse quadro de pampulha sempre transborda. Deixa eu ver agora se eu ali perto do side da Toca da Raposa.
É de quem?
Toca da Raposa. Essa aqui que é a rua que vai chegar direto, chega lá na frente e sai na pampulha.
Não cheguei pra tocar do rapete.
É onde fazer o treino.
Onde que é?
Cruzeiro, treino. Terrível.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Essa foi disso que você fala?
É desse jeito mesmo. Só que tá mais cheio ainda. Quando ela tá um pouquinho abaixo, ela bate na marquise. Quando ela tá em cima, ele faz isso aqui. Mas quando faz assim a onda, ela tá um pouquinho abaixo. Aí ela tá vindo ainda muito rápido, tudo canalizado, vindo muito rápido, aí bate na marquise e faz assim. Água mesmo. Cara. Você tem sempre placa nesse lugar aí. Se tiver chuva, vaza seu carro aí. Colega meu Cadu, que é jornalista, né? Voltou pra TV Alterosa.
Voltou
TV
pra
Alterosa aqui é o SBT. Eu não sei se ele voltou para apresentar alguma coisa. Ou se ele vai só trabalhar com jornalismo, mas não sei se ele tá só fazendo as matérias, as coisas, ou apresentando.
Ele falou?
Ele comentou comigo. Aí já. É sempre assim, sai e volta, sai e volta. Aí manda embora de uma e pula pra outra. E tava na Rede TV, ou na Record. Na Record. Mandaram ele embora, agora ele entrou na outra.
Mas tudo,
Agora chegou a chuva.
tudo em MG mesmo.
MG. É rádio do interior, né? Desculpa. TV do interior. TV que a gente não vê aqui. Hã? Por exemplo, o pessoal da região de Divinópolis, eles têm um canal lá. Não é a mesma notícia daqui. Vários lugares têm canal
No
próprio.
chance of slipping through unnoticed.
Você falou
Need to
TV
find
que
another
ninguém
way.
vê. Eu falei, como assim? Quem vê então? Quer que apague a luz?
Não, muito pesado.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Já parou? Ah.
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Voltando.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not. Nice try. It's over.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shield have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. Will that be all? I will be here should you need aught else.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Oldale have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall. Not here.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Yeah!
Look at me sideways. How was the Black Shields? Come along now. We'll find another bridge.
The bastards are lucky I didn't have my axe.
Safe.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
Too slow.
More dragons.
Works. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Get him!
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
enough to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him? Nice try.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need...
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right to guess, my uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung a sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.